Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the Yard Dogs channel, where we help lawn care entrepreneurs take their business from being a pain in the grass to the next level. With me today is Mr. Eric Sundstrom. Eric is actually a very special guest because not only is he the brother of the co-owner of Yard Dogs, Liam, he was actually Yard Dogs' very first employee. He was with us when we were JL Lawn Care way back when, almost 7-8 years ago, and he actually decided after high school to start his own mowing business named Lawn and Order, and Lawn and Order's been a great success. He keeps students employed throughout the entire summer. He makes great money himself, and he's doing some great work here in Calgary. Eric, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jimmy. Happy to be here.
Awesome. It's great having you. So I guess we've been in the dirt life for quite a while now, haven't we?
You sure have. It's been a long 7-8 years of the dirt life.
Yeah, exactly. And you're going to school right now, though, aren't you?
I am, correct. I'm going to University of Victoria. I'm going to my third year of business next September.
Nice. But hey, once you start in the dirt life, you can't go back, I find, and everything.
It's kind of true. You know, we'll see what happens in the next few years, but it's tough to leave sometimes.
It's a lot of fun. It's good exercise, and it's good money. True. Like, what's not to love, you know? Like,
got a fat tan right now, which is good, and yeah, the exercise is there.
Although you play a lot of golf in the summer, don't you?
Last year.
Last year, yeah.
This year, we'll see.
Yeah.
Won't be as much.
So let's start with your adventures with us at Yard Dogs. When you were with us, we were doing, me and Liam were in that red van doing power rakes. Like, tell us a little bit about your experience when you were working with us almost 7-8 years ago.
Well, pretty much I didn't really have a choice. Liam would just like force me to work, but like, I was kind of happy. You guys like paid me pretty decently, and like we had the red van, and it was always a good time because me and you have been like great friends ever since you guys became friends. And yeah, we'd go into the red van. I'd be in the back seat, and I don't know, those seats like reverse, and I'd have garbage bags all over me, sort of thing. I think we probably had about 12 or 13 garbage bags in there and 3 guys. And
then that one day we stacked them all beside my parents' house after. Remember that? We had 30, 40 bags. I'll put a picture in this video, but oh man, that was the thing.
Those are some crazy times, but really fun times. I remember you went over a curb, I think, in that red van, and like, I was gonna explode because all the lights came on in the dash.
Yes, every light turned on. The brake stopped, or the power braking stopped working. The power steering. Yeah, I hit that dash or that curb in that one parking lot.
Some very questionable times, but
looking at the reflection.
Fun times. Yeah. Funny.
Very questionable. We had that one. We lost people. They would hear us before they saw us. That's for sure.
I think once you guys picked me up at like school in junior high, I was playing flag football with my team, and we like everyone just looked at the van because the muffler was so loud. And yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that's my ride.
Yeah. Well, what surprised you the most about the lawn care industry, though? Like, what really opened your eyes to make you actually decide you want to start up your own lawn cutting business?
I guess like I quite enjoy lawn mowing. I guess that's kind of one thing, but it's also pretty simple to start. You don't need that much money, like compared to other businesses, I guess. And then I had the experience from you guys, and it kind of helped in that way. And I mean, it's decent money too. Like, you can literally just post like a Facebook ad, and you'll get replies right away, and you can keep yourself busy pretty easily. And I actually just didn't really have a job, and lawn care is kind of my one industry I had experience in. So like, yeah, screw it. Start a lawn care company and just lawn mowing. And it's been pretty decent the last 3 years.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And you have a lot of clients, man. Like you guys are doing like over 100 cuts a week. It's super crazy for you right now. Especially you get one-off clients, which is great because sometimes I'm gonna need help cutting down a jungle, which is an adventure and a half. But you also can get people onto a schedule, whether that be weekly or bi-weekly. Tell us more about your what kind of schedule do you like to get people on, and does it vary based on what season you're in?
Yeah, so pretty much right now in May, June, it's all like weekly clients, and like if I get a call for a weekly, like I am 10 times more pumped because they go for about 16 weeks and like 16 times $40 or whatever. Like it's a lot better than like bi-weekly, which is just 8 cuts, 6 to 8 cuts a week or a year. And then there's the one-offs, which are pretty decent overall, but they're not recurring, so it's just a one-time cut, but you can charge them a little bit more, which is a good thing. But yeah, definitely weekly is kind of what you look for the most. So right now I probably have majority weekly, and then probably about a third are bi-weekly, and then we get a good about maybe 2 or 3 one-offs a day or something, and just never see them again. But it keeps us busy and keeps the guys busy too, which is nice.
Exactly, because like how many guys do you have on your crew right now?
Just 2. So
2 guys and yourself?
Yeah, just me and 2 other guys. So they go out, and I come out with them sometimes. Sometimes I don't, kind of just do the training part. Make sure that they're all good though, and that everything's kind of running smoothly.
And now who's answering the phone calls and like doing like quotes and credit card charges and whatnot?
Yeah, so that's all me. So that's kind of what I keep busy. Like that's why I like having the employees kind of be out in the field, and if I can be at home on my laptop and I get a call, I can try to book them in right away. Versus like me like trimming lawns, I don't even hear the phone call. Yeah. I call back like 5 minutes later, or I call back at the end of the day because I'm just so busy out on the field, and it's like such a lower rate of like getting the clients. Like they're usually already got someone else, or they're not as interested, or I don't know. It's best if you can answer the phone right away, got your laptop, and like you got time to look at Google Maps and everything and kind of talk to them, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Build a relationship that way and be available. Because like we live in a day where, hey, if you're hungry, there's a drive-through 3 minutes away. You know, if you want a taxi, just open up an Uber and you can be on your way in 5 minutes. Amazon, same day delivery. Like it's crazy out there. We want things now.
Yeah, exactly.
We can't wait for a call back by any means, you know? So do you 100% recommend, because like I know there's a lot of owner operators out there, but do you see a lot of value in honestly taking yourself off the tools and focusing on at least having some sort of way for when people call you, you can answer every single call?
Yeah, for sure. Like it's definitely a lot better. And I mean, you save yourself a lot more energy. And I mean, if you can get like good employees to kind of do the work, it helps so much. Like I've had some very bad employees that didn't go too well at times, but when you get like good employees, it's like 10 out of 10. And yeah, having the chance to be like answer phone right away, it helps a lot. And it really helps you actually grow your business and like focus on other things, like bigger picture, and like getting more clients. Because when you're just going go, like you don't really think about that sort of stuff on how to grow. You just kind of mowing lawns. And
before you know it, you're out of jobs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You can work yourself until there's no more work, and then you're strapped for cash, right?
Yeah, it's like my job is kind of just to make sure I can keep the guys busy for like full-time work throughout the week.
Yeah. And I'm sure they appreciate that. Their boss is in their best favor, trying to keep them as busy as possible.
Yeah, exactly. So it kind of goes both ways. Sometimes I feel like they look at me like I'm not doing much, but like there's a lot of other work that needs to be done. Like I don't know crap about really business and like the legal sides of it. So I've been really kind of trying to do that this year, make sure everything's actually done properly and legally. So I mean, like there's like endless research that I can do to kind of keep myself busy.
Talk about more about that. And like everyone assumes, oh, lawn care, you mow lawns, that's all you do. There's so much more to it than that. You and I both know. Like we use a lot of different softwares here. What kind of stuff on the computer are you doing to run operations and grow your business? Do you use any specific softwares? What do you tend to do?
Yeah, so software is absolutely massive. Yardbook is the best one that I use. Yardbook, and it's solid. Like I mean, they do my calendar. I can get all my clients on there. They can do like weekly, bi-weekly, so my calendar is always set up well. I can like charge their credit cards there too, which is sweet. And they like optimize my route. Like endless stuff that they can do, and they got all the information you need. And it's actually like meant for like lawn mowing or like lawn care sort of people. Awesome. Yeah. So that's super nice. And then this year I'm using Quickbooks kind of for the accounting side of it, and that I'm still like learning a lot. And like I didn't do payroll last year; it's probably super illegal. But this year I'm doing payroll. Nice. Trying to make things like perfectly legal. And yeah, just kind of learning a few new softwares and that sort of stuff.
Nice. And how much do you pay for these softwares and is it worthwhile? Like QuickBooks, how much a month do you pay? Yardbook, how much a month do you pay?
It's actually not much. Like Yardbook first year, it's actually a free software.
Really?
Free, yeah. But this year I'm paying for the paid version, which is about $40 a month. Okay. Only real reason why is I can send a bulk email to all my clients at once. So like on rainy days or for not working on a long weekend, and just kind of have better communication with all of them. I can send one mass email rather than having to text all of them individually.
It takes forever when you have like several dozens of clients, you know?
Yeah, it's brutal. So the bulk message is literally the only reason why I got that paid version, but like you can do everything else with the free version, and it's very surprising.
It's awesome. And QuickBooks is about $10 a month, give or take.
Yeah, 10 to 20 bucks or something. I think I'm on the free trial right now just because I just started.
It's good for tracking expenses that you have. Like you can put your credit card onto it, then it can automatically track those.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool what software can do for you, and it's pretty damn cheap. Like for the headaches it saves you, and it organizes the hell out of you.
How much does it start to honestly start a mowing business? Like, what equipment do you need, and if you had to sort of pinpoint an approximate price, assuming you're being smart about things, like you're getting a used truck, obviously, blah blah blah. What kind of equipment do you need to get going, and how much of a financial bill does that cost?
Yes, it's not too bad. The biggest thing is definitely the truck, and kind of working with you guys, I kind of like saw the value of quality, like getting stuff that's not going to break down after a week. And like you guys had those Fords at the start, a few issues here and there.
It never pays to cheap out. I have a whole video about it. Like, you can't cheap out on stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm a big Toyota guy.
Yeah.
So we got like a really small 2-wheel drive at Tacoma, and it was about $4,000. And we got that about 2.5 years ago, and it's still driving perfectly. And like I put maybe $300 in maintenance into it.
Wow.
And
you probably sell it for more than you paid for it.
I probably could, yeah. It hasn't,
especially with today's market.
Hasn't lost like value at all.
Wow.
And it's cheap on gas because it's 2-wheel drive, and it's just like, I mean, only 3 people can sit in there. But it's like literally the perfect lawn mowing truck. So that was about $4,000. And then first year I had just one mower, one trimmer, and a broom. So about $500 to $600 for the mower. It was a good quality one, lasted all year. And then about $300 for the trimmer. And that's about all. Then like a few other expenses like jerry cans. And I did do a little bit of marketing, but I mainly just kind of went door to door. And then I kind of had you guys a little bit like referral system. And yeah, I'd say probably 6,000-ish can get you a very good start, and you can start working right away. And I mean, a lot of the advertising you can do is free, like Facebook, completely free, Kijiji, completely free. And you won't necessarily get the best clients from them, but they'll give you jobs, and it'll keep you busy, which is all that really matters.
And then once you start to get some money from those jobs, you can actually pump it into other things. Like, you're wearing an awesome uniform right now, like, and you know, you don't need a ton of branding, but I mean, for your truck, you can have like just those sticker magnets, lawn in order. No need to do a full wrap deck and whatnot, but that's not a bad idea by any stretch.
Yeah, like probably later on. No, just don't have the funds for it.
Exactly.
But,
like we deckle all of our vehicles. Like, it's not cheap, especially when we're putting that huge dog on there with the weeds and whatnot, and you have 9-10 trucks at the same time. But yeah, no, that's awesome there. I guess now that you're in your 3rd year doing it, what would you, if you had to restart, what would you have done differently?
I probably would have like I went all around Calgary, which was one big mistake, kind of, especially first year because I was, you know, not too busy. So I'd be probably driving more than I was working. And it worked out okay. It kind of kept me going. But second year and now, especially 3rd year, we kind of got our targeted areas of Calgary that we work. And that's like the only areas that we kind of advertise and stuff. So, I mean, the driving time is a lot less, and we got more clients now too, which helps out a lot too. I guess just the organization stuff. Like at the start, I was using Google Calendar for all my jobs.
I was using paper, man. Yeah, just a notebook of what jobs are for tomorrow.
Yeah, and like Excel and like honestly, like first year, like it was probably so illegal, like everything that I did, in terms of like money and like.
But you were 15, 16. People. What does it matter? You know, like figure things out.
And I was making like no money, so it's not like the government's gonna come after a guy making like not much money.
They're going after the big boys, not the
exactly. Yeah. So. I mean, I kind of learned that I'm a lot more organized with like my financials now and scheduling. So that's probably one thing I'd say that would have helped me out a little more first year. But yeah, I'd say just kind of knowing what you're going to do and sticking to it and just kind of grow from there.
Yeah, and like have a plan, you know, like but again, don't plan too much. It's easy to spend months and months making the business plan, putting all the stuff together, but before you know it, it's August. Your opportunity's gone. Oh, yeah. Like, you have to get the majority of your clients in April, May, so that you can put food on the table for June, July, August.
That's a great point. I made that big mistake last year. I got all my advertising done and I put it all up like yard signs and like I put out flyers like all around city at the start of May. Lawn mowing really doesn't start till about May 20th. By the time lawn mowing actually started, all the people took away my signs, like the lawn mowing crew. Yeah. So that was like, it was tough. Like I was like, my biggest labor was like $800 or something. Yeah. I think I got one call from it and it definitely didn't pay off this year. I did it like May 20th. I put them all out and it's already like paid a lot better. But yeah, know like what time to start at, because I started way too early and I literally like all my advertising last year, like it probably like broke even or didn't break even. It was not great, but I learned that this year and it worked out a lot more.
You can be too early, but you can be too late too. You know, you go too late, everyone already has their mowing client. But yeah, you put it too early and it's irrelevant. Yeah. Like we were trying to sell. What we've learned this year is that we were really trying to do some sales here in February. There's 3 feet of snow on the ground. Like we'd call people, they started laughing at us. Like we made a joke out of it. Hey, I feel weird calling you when there's snow on the ground, but you're talking about lawn care, and it worked for some people. But you are pounding a door, like you are hitting a wall if you do it the wrong timing. We went and spent $12,000 on a fly that we sent out, and it was the wrong time. You know, I wouldn't say the flyer was bad. It looked okay. The promotions weren't great. Like I didn't really follow my 4 rules of a perfect flyer, but the timing was off. It was going to a great market. You know, I knew exactly who it was going to, which communities, but the timing was off. $12,000. I don't think we booked a single person, as pathetic as that sounds. That was a bad marketing learning experience. And we definitely have smartened up a lot since then, but you never know.
Yeah, exactly. Always learning every year. But you're right, kind of like starting up, like, I mean, for lawn mowing, you don't really need much of a plan. Like, get a truck, post some ads for free,
door to door.
And just...
Go get some clients. That's your number one thing.
Yeah.
You're going to get some bad clients. You're going to get some great clients, but you got to go out there and try it. As we sort of wrap things up here and whatnot, what would you, someone who's actually thinking about doing a lawn care business, do you need a business degree? If you're a high school student, is this something for you? Like, some people are just scared to give something a try sometimes. What would be some words of encouragement you'd have for the newest person debating if they should just, get a mower and start going door to door?
Do it. Like, if you can pull the string and push a mower, I mean, go for it. Like, takes a grand total of 0 skills, essentially. Like, it's very simple, very straightforward.
Which is why being actually a solid person and having a clean uniform goes a long way. Because mowing has a very low barrier to entry, like anyone in essence could just get a mower and start going. The little things make a big difference. Like if you're showing up with coffee stains, cigarette, swearing every 3rd word and stuff, that's what our industry is filled with, unfortunately. It is, but that gives us a great opportunity to make it clean cut, no pun intended, and really open up ourselves to be unique in the market.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, I mean, we're like lawn and order, so I call my guys like the lawn officers. We haven't gotten to the point yet, but like long-term plans, like maybe like get them dressed up as like cops kind of thing. Right now we just got these uniforms and like just tucked in, but they got these, like, the guys, it's completely out of the blue, but literally just yesterday they got these crowns at Burger King, and I don't know if you've seen those, but then I was like, you know what, just wear those while you're mowing. And actually like 2 people came up to us and they just kind of like started talking. They didn't turn into a client, but like it's a little dumb thing, but it's not like unprofessional really, but it gets people's attention.
Gets their eyes,
and they kind of see like, oh, Lawn and Order, at least like kind of get to know the name a little bit. And I mean, I'm like encouraging them to wear those stupid Burger King crowns because, I don't know, it gets the attention. It
might get some like Lawn and Order cop hats or something, you know?
It doesn't look too like unprofessional. I think at least. I don't know, maybe it does.
But you're trying something out, that's what's important.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see.
Perfect. And what's the future of a Lawn and Order? Is this are you gonna keep growing this bad boy? Or what are your plans as of right now?
Great question. Changes every month or year or whatever. So I mean, I'll definitely do it this year till the end of the year. I'll be going to my 4th year next year for university, and I kind of do want to do a co-op. And I kind of want to stay out in Victoria or like kind of go somewhere else in Canada or the States for a co-op. So it's kind of up in the air right now. Like, I mean, I can't really sell it for anything, which is unfortunate. But I don't know if I can find like a manager to kind of manage it while I'm in another town and like kind of help them out with like the customer service and like make that kind of somehow I'd be able to run, I guess, out of town. Or I might be back in Calgary. I mean, I'm not guaranteed to get a co-op or anything. It's always a good backup plan. And I mean, there's a good chance it's probably going to go on for another 2 or 3 years. So.
Perfect. No, well, I appreciate your time today, Eric. Thanks for joining me today on the show. If you want to learn more about Lawn and Order, I'll put a link to the description to his website. Fantastic mowing services here in Calgary. Definitely give them a call if you're looking for someone to help you out there. But Eric, I really do appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining me today. And hey, keep killing it out there.
Awesome. Thank you, Jimmy.
All right.
It's a pleasure.
Absolutely, man. All right, rock and roll.